Let's start with the definition of war. War is a state of organized conflict between different groups or nations, typically characterized by extreme hostility, violence, and aggression. It involves a deliberate and systematic use of force, often with the aim of achieving specific political, territorial, or ideological objectives. Wars can be waged through various means, including military campaigns, battles, sieges, and strategic maneuvers. Brief overview of the historical significance of war. Throughout human history, war has played a pivotal role in shaping the course of civilizations and societies. Wars have been waged for a myriad of reasons, including conquest, defense, religion, resources, and power. Ancient civilizations, such as the Mesopotamians, Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans, engaged in warfare to expand their territories, assert dominance, and secure resources. The medieval period witnessed the rise of feudal warfare characterized by conflicts between lords, knights, and monarchs over land and political influence. The advent of gunpowder and firearms in the Renaissance era transformed the nature of warfare, leading to large-scale battles and conquests during the age of exploration and colonization. The 20th century marked a period of unprecedented warfare, with 2 world wars and numerous regional conflicts resulting in millions of casualties and widespread devastation. War has also been a catalyst for technological innovation, driving advancements in weaponry, communication, transportation, and medical care. Despite its destructive nature, war has been instrumental in shaping political boundaries, cultural identities, and global power dynamics throughout history. Exploration of the origins of war in human history. The roots of war extend deep into the chronicles of prehistoric existence, emerging from the primal instincts and territorial imperatives of early human communities. As humanity transitioned from nomadic hunter-gatherer societies to settled agricultural civilizations, conflicts inevitably arose over coveted resources, be it fertile land, water sources, or strategic geographical locations. These primal skirmishes, fueled by primal instincts for survival and dominance, laid the groundwork for the emergence of organized warfare in subsequent epochs. Examination of early forms of warfare in ancient civilizations. The ancient civilizations of Mesopotamia, Egypt, Greece, and Rome serve as testament to the prevalence and significance of warfare in antiquity. In the cradle of civilization, Mesopotamian city-states engaged in incessant conflicts over control of the Tigris-Euphrates River Valley, while the militaristic ethos of ancient Egypt manifested in conquests and campaigns to expand its territorial dominion. The Greek city-states, renowned for their military prowess and strategic acumen, waged wars for regional supremacy, culminating in the epical struggles of the Peloponnesian War and the Persian Wars. Similarly, the Roman Republic and Empire, propelled by martial virtues and imperial ambitions, embarked on conquests that spanned continents and reshaped the geopolitical landscape of antiquity. Evolution of warfare tactics and strategies over time. The evolution of warfare across epochs is characterized by a dynamic interplay of technological innovation, societal organization, and strategic adaptation. In ancient times, warfare revolved around rudimentary tactics and weaponry, with battles often decided by the strength of infantry formations, the mobility of cavalry units, and the efficacy of siege warfare. The advent of gunpowder in the medieval era heralded a transformative era of warfare, ushering in an age of firearms, artillery, and fortifications that revolutionized the dynamics of battlefields. The Industrial Revolution further accelerated the evolution of warfare, giving rise to mechanized warfare, aerial bombardments, and naval engagements on an unprecedented scale. In the modern era, warfare has evolved into a complex, multidimensional endeavor, characterized by the integration of technology, intelligence, and asymmetric tactics in conflicts ranging from conventional warfare to irregular warfare and counterinsurgency operations. Causes of war. Understanding the catalysts for conflict. War, the most extreme expression of human conflict, arises from a complex interplay of factors that culminate in the outbreak of armed hostilities. To comprehend the causes of war, one must engage in a comprehensive analysis of the myriad economic, political, social, and ideological forces that contribute to its inception. By delving into historical case studies, we can glean valuable insights into the diverse array of factors that have precipitated conflicts throughout the annals of history. Analysis of various factors that contribute to the outbreak of war. The outbreak of war is seldom attributable to a single cause, but rather to a confluence of interconnected factors that converge to ignite tensions and escalate into armed conflict. Economic disparities, territorial disputes, power struggles, and cultural rivalries are among the myriad factors that can contribute to the destabilization of international relations and the eruption of war. Additionally, the proliferation of weapons, militarization of societies, and breakdown of diplomatic channels can exacerbate tensions and increase the likelihood of conflict escalation. Discussion on economic, political, social, and ideological factors. Economic grievances fueled by disparities in wealth distribution, resource scarcity, and economic competition often serve as catalysts for conflict. Political factors including power struggles, regime instability, and geopolitical rivalries can exacerbate tensions and precipitate armed confrontations. Social divisions such as ethnic, religious, or cultural tensions can also contribute to the outbreak of war, as seen in instances of ethnic cleansing, religious persecution, or nationalist movements. Furthermore, ideological conflicts driven by competing belief systems, political ideologies, case studies of notable historical wars to illustrate different causes. Examining historical case studies provides valuable insights into the diverse array of factors that have precipitated conflicts throughout history. The Peloponnesian War, for instance, was driven by power struggles between the Greek city-states of Athens and Sparta, as well as economic competition for control of trade routes and maritime dominance. The First World War, meanwhile, was sparked by a combination of imperial rivalries, militarization, and the complex web of alliances that characterized early 20th century geopolitics. Similarly, the Cold War was a protracted ideological struggle between the capitalist West and the communist East, fueled by political tensions, nuclear brinkmanship, and proxy conflicts across the globe. In conclusion, the causes of war are multifaceted and multifarious, encompassing a wide range of economic, political, social, and ideological factors. By analyzing historical case studies and examining the complex interplay of these factors, we can gain a deeper understanding of the catalysts for conflict and work towards fostering peace, diplomacy, and conflict resolution in an increasingly volatile world. Effects of war: understanding the human and environmental impact. War, while often glorified in historical narratives, exacts a heavy toll on both human societies and the natural environment. Its consequences reverberate far beyond the battlefield, leaving indelible scars on individuals, communities, and nations. By exploring the multifaceted effects of war, we can gain a sobering understanding of its human and environmental cost. Exploration of the human and environmental impact of war. The impact of war extends beyond the immediate battlegrounds, permeating every aspect of human existence in the natural world. Environmental degradation is another consequence of war, as military operations, weaponry, and the destruction of infrastructure contribute to pollution, deforestation, and habitat loss. Discussion on casualties, displacement, trauma, and psychological effects. Casualties, both civilian and military, are among the most visible and tragic consequences of war. The loss of life, limb, and livelihood devastates families and communities, leaving a legacy of grief and mourning in its wake. Additionally, war-induced displacement, whether internally or across borders, uproots millions of people from their homes, exposing them to further risks of violence, exploitation, and deprivation. Psychological trauma, including post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, depression, and anxiety, afflicts survivors of war, impairing their mental health and well-being for years to come. Analysis of the long-term consequences of war on societies and nations. The ramifications of war extend far into the future, shaping the social, economic, and political landscape of societies and nations long after the cessation of hostilities. Economically, war devastates infrastructure, disrupts trade, and diverts resources away from essential services, impeding development and exacerbating poverty in war-torn regions. Socially, war breeds distrust, resentment, and division among ethnic, religious, and cultural groups, fueling cycles of violence, revenge, and intergenerational trauma. Politically, war can destabilize governments, weaken institutions, and undermine democratic processes, paving the way for authoritarianism, extremism, and conflict recurrence. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more exciting content.